So you also mentioned burnout, and nobody mentions burnout in the WordPress community. It's definitely there. So
Yeah.
help me, help us understand what are your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think it's a huge problem actually. And like you said, there's only a few individuals that I've ever seen, like there's a few that blog and talk about it publicly,
Hmm.
but like rarely anyone ever talks about it. And I think it's a huge problem probably in any niche, but of just like, especially with startups, that there's no time to take breaks, it seems like. And so you're just hustling, 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 and you really forget to take care of yourself. And so for me,
Hmm.
like, um, I wasn't exercising, like, even though I look skinny, like that doesn't mean you're healthy at all. And I've had health problems before. So I just forgot to take care of myself. I wasn't like exercising, eating right, sleeping. Sometimes I would work till 2 or 3 a.m. and then I'd wake up at 7. So you can't do that for years on end and not have it like impact you at some level. Um, and so eventually I just got to the point of like, man, I am just exhausted.
Hmm.
And I talked with like the founders and said like, I'm so proud of like, where we've gotten Kinsta. And like, at that point, it's like, you guys can take it from here. Like Kinsta is kind of unstoppable. Like we're just keep going. And like, um, when I joined, there was like 5 to 8 people. And when I left, there was a little over 100.
Wow.
So, at that point, there were more systems in place to kind of like, keep Kinsta going without me at that point. So
Hmm.
I felt good about stepping away kind of at that point because I knew Kinsta was kind of would succeed even with me gone. So, um, and now I think they have like 250 employees. So it's
Wow.
just nuts. But yeah, burnout is definitely a thing. And like I said, even in college, like I sold my hosting company because like I burned out there too. Like I was trying to juggle tickets, running the hosting company, and then also doing classes full time. And it's just like it's nuts. I was like, I can't do this. And so, I was like chugging Red Bulls in my dorm room,
Hmm.
um, like at night while my roommate was sleeping. I was like chugging Red Bulls at my computer doing tickets, just and it's horrible. And so and kind of got burned out there too. So I've had a couple cycles of burnout, and
Hmm.
I will never make that mistake again. I'm actually in a very good place in my life now where, I get 8 hours of sleep. I exercise every day. I literally just went for a bike ride like 2 hours before
Oh,
this.
that I enjoy
Um,
bike rides. I love bike rides.
I do too. Yeah. Um, and so, and I eat healthy now.
Hmm.
I'm gluten free, and I just stopped like a month or two ago. I just stopped drinking soda. Cross my
Great.
fingers, cut out all the soda. I still drink a Starbucks from time to time,
Hmm.
but this doesn't have much sugar in it actually. So I've just been in kind of like self improvement since I left Kinsta, like working on myself. And I think it's hard when you're at a startup to like keep focus on both. It is possible, and I know a lot of people do it. I just got out of control, I guess you could say. I just lost focus. So I would say for anyone starting a business, like don't lose focus of like sleep, eating healthy, because you can only go so long without that having ramifications.
Absolutely. And in WordPress, people have a lot of fear when it comes to timing. Like this needs to be done very, very rapidly, or else we will lose the time. And people don't realize that the best thing about WordPress that I like, it's a very long game. If you can give quality plugin or theme or code or tutorial, anything. If you are publishing, if you are a creator of anything that is quality in the WordPress community, it's a long game. It existed,
Yeah.
everything which exists in the ecosystem right now, it existed a decade ago. So,
Yep.
and it will, I think, from what we are experiencing, it will still continue to exist at least 5 to 7 or maybe 10 years. So WordPress is a long game. It's not like a lot of cycles where we have to it's not like stock trading. It's extremely reliable, and it's extremely slow, as you if you just know how to play along with the community.
Yep. No, I agree. And I mean, WordPress is still growing fast. So I think even with the pandemic, kind of actually almost helped WordPress in a way too, because like
Hmm.
everyone was like starting WordPress sites and websites and businesses, and so the market share kind of went up really fast during those kind of like 2 years, and so um, I think it's at like 43% of the web right now is powered by WordPress, and like you said, in a decade from now that might change. 10 or 20 years from now, it might be it might start going down at some point, and like
Yeah.
Shopify might dominate, but like we're nowhere close to that. There's still decades before anything like that happens. And so it's still a great time to start WordPress stuff, I think.
Absolutely. And I don't think we need to really stress upon the timing part, right? There's no need to burn out. What I'm trying to say is the burnout problem is real. Everybody is focusing on, everybody's facing that. I don't think we need to really worry about if we are going to lose it in the competition, because it's a very long game. WordPress has a lot of time and gap, which allows us to stay healthy and play. That is one thing I really like about the ecosystem.